This is Doug Ryder reporting for the Bloomsburg News in downtown Bloomsburg with Dwayne Heisler. And Dwayne, I was at the town meeting the other day, Monday evening, and you were the only speaker basically. Why was that?
Well, they had some other things on their agenda, but I had approached the town council when I had heard about the discrimination that took place in Bloomsburg the week before, and got on the agenda because I felt that just saying something in social media was not enough, and that something really needed to be done.
Okay, this is WW Bridal you're talking about, right?
Correct.
Okay, now, I reached out to them actually after the town meeting, but nobody's ever called me back, which is not unusual. A lot of people don't call me back. Anyway, you weren't the only one there that was supporting this issue. I haven't seen chambers that packed in a very long time.
The town council holds about 50 people, and there were in excess of 80 people there. We had probably about 20 people inside the town council quarters, as well as about 30 out in the hall.
So what is your, now, I read your paper, and to me, now this could be, I could have this wrong, because I get a lot of things wrong, but it seemed to be a combination of things. People, okay, what the argument with is WW Bridal is that it's their right as Christians to refuse to do this.
Right.
Okay, and your position is you're a business in Bloomsburg, you basically, you should be catering to everyone.
Well, yes, I think so. But let me just clarify. Everyone has their rights to their own beliefs. You can't do anything about that.
Right.
But we should all respect each other.
Right.
And, you know, if you're open to the public, it's pretty simple. You should be open to the public.
Right.
And,
So
yeah, so, and walking up and down the street of Bloomsburg, I've talked with quite a number of businesses since that meeting. And every single business owner I speak to says, absolutely, we are open to the public. And Bloomsburg is the place to shop for that.
Okay, let me ask you that. Now, is this the first incident that's ever occurred here, do you know? I really don't know.
I don't know. I saw on, obviously I've done a little bit of research myself. I saw on some of the review pages, or not, I've never been in the market for a wedding dress, so, you know, but I've seen that there were other issues, you know, customer service related issues. When I started to read, though, some of the things specifically about the meeting, I did see that a couple came forward and said, oh yes, we were also a victim of that too. They told us to go away. And then there was another one who said they actually had scheduled an appointment, went in and left. But I don't know if that's real, if that's not. But I'll tell you that I had never heard, not only from WW Bridal, but from any business in Bloomsburg, anything like this.
I've never heard of you being a member of the media. I've never heard.
Well,
the
there was a case up in
in
Scranton where a couple was turned away for a wedding venue.
Right, that I've heard of.
And there was also a recent case just a few days ago in Schuylkill County where a couple was turned away from buying cakes.
Right, okay.
Which
now,
is absurd.
you're a member of a group. You mentioned it the other night. What is that? You're the...
Well, I am an elected official.
Yeah,
I am a member of the Democratic State Committee, and the Democratic Party is very clear on this. They are in support of non-discrimination of LGBT. It's right in their platform.
Right.
And I'm also a member of the county committee as well.
Okay.
That's why I felt I needed to come forward and say something, because I am an elected official for the whole county. And this is something that's very clear in our platform. And as a small business owner in Bloomsburg, to hear that someone was turned away, it's just shocking.
Okay, let me ask you this, because I actually don't know, I haven't checked. Does Pennsylvania officially support gay marriage? Does it officially support
Oh, absolutely. A federal judge back on May 20th struck down Pennsylvania's ban on that was discriminating. And so so as of that point, it was effective immediately. Marriage equality is the law of the land in Pennsylvania. But here's the sad thing. You can actually be legally married in Pennsylvania. But if you put a picture of your wedding on your desk, you can legally be fired.
Okay, so actually then, that actually brings up another subject a little
Let me just
farther
add, this
back.
is one of the reasons why the ladies have refused to release their names. Because if they were to release their names, their employers could fire them.
Okay, the reason, I was going to say, a couple weeks ago, President Obama signed legislation that only covers federal employees.
Right. And a lot of businesses do it. For example, my company has an anti-discrimination against LGBT. It's right in our, and many businesses do. I'm sure all the local area banks do, and other companies do as well. And like I said, walking up and down the street, I couldn't find one business owner that said they would throw out someone who was LGBT.
Okay.
Now, the WW Bridal makes a very distinct point about that they are involved in the wedding process. Well, the way the law is written and the way that it is, or the ordinance is written and the way that it's been held up in the Superior Court is that, indeed, if you are a church or if you are a minister, no one can force you to provide the marriage.
Right.
But they are not marrying anyone. They're just buying a dress.
Exactly. No, that's true. You're exactly right. Is there anything else you want people to know that maybe they don't know, or, you know?
Well, maybe just a few things. You know, it's shocking that I can actually, being a gay man, be thrown out of a restaurant legally for nothing more than my status of LGBT.
Actually, I didn't know that.
Well, a lot of people don't know that. They don't believe that that's the case. Or a movie theater, or refused business services, or whatever it might be. But, you know, and people are trying to say, well, this is something against business rights. Well, I'm a business owner myself. And it's not about that, because we all know that there are laws in place where you can't kick someone out of your business for being handicapped.
Right, exactly.
Or for being of a different color, or a different religion.
Well, the same applies to rental properties as well. I mean,
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly. Oh, but in rental properties, you can kick someone out for being LGBT, and you can refuse to rent them.
Oh, I didn't know that. I knew for the handicap thing.
See, this is what is...
There's a lot of under-information, not misinformation, a lot of under-information.
Pennsylvania is the only state in the whole Northeast United States that does not have some kind of law there to protect the LGBT community from being fired, from not being hired, from not being able to buy commercial property. If I wanted to buy that business across the street, they could say, no, I'm not going to sell it to you because you're gay, and that's legal.
Wow, I didn't know that.
This is what, and so this is not just about WW Bridal and what they're doing or not doing. It's about the bigger picture. And the bigger picture is the idea that if you are open for business, you should be open to everyone. And to not do that is discrimination.
Okay. Now, there's a meeting coming up on the 26th.
Yes.
I assume I will see you there?
I will be at that meeting,
I
yes.
will be there, actually. It's early in the morning, but hey, what are you going to do, right?
It's an important issue.
Oh, okay, one other question. WW Bridal has said they've gotten many threats. They've had to basically screen all their calls. Matter of fact, they don't even answer the phone. They just leave a message. And part of it, I don't know if you've called them lately.
No.
But their recording is, we're keeping track of all the people that call and their phone numbers because they've received so many threats and stuff. Would you like to address that?
Yes, I'd like to address that too. First of all, I have received a tremendous amount of hate mail. You picked up this card here, Doggy Bag to Go.
Right.
I was just sent a message through my own business there about how I am and so, there's a lot of hate that's going around, and I do not condone that in any way, shape, or form. But let's be clear. WW Bridal was not the one who was thrown out of a business.
That's true.
Right? It was their refusal to service the public that has made people so angry. It was their actions. And, you know, I don't know how else to say this other than as a business owner, I would want to treat my customers the same way that I want to be treated.
That's only fair.
Treat others how you would want to be treated. And that's all we're asking for. And as part of a business community and part of a wonderful community like Bloomsburg that has such diversity with its university. And, you know, I'm sure there are people out there that wish the students would just go home and leave this town alone. But no one's going to be refusing them at their business, and we know that we wouldn't do that. That is not the way a business in the 21st century operates. Yeah, it's shocking to people when you hear that kind of thing can happen.
Okay. Well, thank you, Dwayne. I appreciate your time very much.
Okay.
And I look forward to seeing you on the 26th.
Thank you.